Let me tell you something. In the most fortunate circumstance, without mental happiness, one is miserable. Even in the most fortunate circumstance, without mental happiness, that person is not only sad, miserable. That's a quote from the book Loving Kindness by meditation teacher and author Sharon Salzberg. I read it about 7 or 8 months ago, and I believe that quote was on page 33 because it was one of those that was just so profound that I damn near dropped the book when I read it because I knew that I was not going to forget that anytime soon. And it's not only profound, but it's also so true and applicable. I'd be willing to bet that just about every single one of us can relate by being in what we think should be a happy state because, maybe I caught the movie with my friend last week, and then I went out to a bar for my other friend's birthday, and then I wanted some alone time, and I read a book and then watched a movie with my girlfriend the next day, and these are all things that I was looking forward to and wanted to do, but why am I not feeling so happy right now? Well, I would argue it's because you're failing to recognize the happy moments in your life. And even though you have quote unquote fortunate circumstances, you might feel sad because you don't have any mental happiness despite the external environment. On the flip side, maybe you're in a rut, maybe you're in a bad place mentally or physically, except that's fine because you can still find mental joy. And therefore, I'd way rather be in that state than be miserable without mental joy despite being in the most fortunate circumstance. Now, one trick for us to recognize our mental joy, and I learned this it's just such a simple trick, but it's so powerful and one that I use myself. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I know that it's worked for me, so I think that it can work for you. And it's a trick that I learned from Thich Nhat Hanh, who I mentioned in my first video about being a Mozart, the world famous and renowned Buddhist monk, in his book, No Mud, No Lotus. And basically the premise is, if no suffering, then no joy. You write, if no mud, then no lotus. I can't even talk today. And sorry about this poor lighting. I'm not dealing with the best circumstances here, but I'm doing what I can to hopefully help some of you guys, or just, I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. But the trick is to just simply slow down and pause for a moment and to say, this is a happy moment. And you can just say it in your head, this is a happy moment. And by acknowledging that, you know what, I wanted to read a book tonight, I wanted to watch a movie and have a chill night, and I got that. I wanted to go out to the bars with my friends, and I got that. You know, this is a happy moment. I'm in it right now. This is a happy moment. Just acknowledging that you have what it takes right now to find joy in the present moment. And sometimes it's so difficult to do so because we're moving so fast and so many things are going on. So maybe you take a time of reflection and saying that was a happy moment. And maybe it was earlier today, maybe it was last week, maybe it was even last year. But when you recognize, wow, you know what? I didn't realize that at the time, but that was a very happy moment. And then that probably will lead you to say, and you know what? This is a happy moment because it feels good reflecting on the past. And when you reflect on your joyous moments in the past, you're more likely to acknowledge and recognize the happy moments that are happening right now or tomorrow or in the future. And by doing so, I swear, I think this message relates to so many of us, and every single one of us can benefit from this in some way. So I'm hoping that some of you really do acknowledge the happy moments in your life by just taking a moment to simply recognize that. Despite your fortunate or unfortunate external circumstance, you can always find that mental joy by just recognizing the happy moments that you either had in the past or that you're having right now, or maybe that you're even going to have in the future. So with that, I hope this message resonated with you, and I'll catch you in the next video.